Good morning, family. Good morning, everyone. As you know, my name is Push Lady Dawn, and I was here to motivate you a little. First, I just want to thank God for His grace and His mercy for waking me up this morning in my right mind to see another lovely sunny day. Sun is shining outside. Nice day today. Anyway, guys, I don't know why I'm just focusing on the word love. Maybe because I did not grow up in love or with love. Because I tell everyone, my mother had me at a tender age. She was a baby herself when she had me. She was only 14. So what does she know? To give love, show love, exercise love to me. She didn't. Anyway, I didn't grow up like everyone else. I grew up in Jamaica, and my mother was a very abusive mother to her kids. Not to her kids, to my brother and I. Maybe she didn't know better, I don't know. But she, as I said, she was a child. All she knew to do was to just take the mop stick and just bam, bam, bam from head to toe. And I've been through that. Because of that, I wasn't the person that I wanted to be or supposed to be. I'm not telling you my story. I'm just talking my business, okay? I just feel like to just share it with someone. I ran away from home when I think I was 14, yes. I run and went by my friend's house. My friend, I never forget my friend. Her name was Little. And it's funny that when her mother goes to work, I'm in the house. When her mother comes on that night, where I would hide under the bed. And my friend, when she get the food, she would hide and give it to me under the bed to eat. That was it. I was just tired of what my mother used to treat me. All right, now I grew up, I become a woman. Not only a woman, I become a believer in the gospel of Jesus Christ, and I learned to forgive. I remember calling my mother. I went to church one day and the message was forgive. And I was like, I have no one to forgive, but only my mother I need to forgive. So I went home and I was crying because it was the hardest thing to do, to call this woman to tell her I forgive her for all what she put me through as a kid growing up. My God, it was hard. I took the phone up many times to call and I just put it back down, and then I began to cry. I cried. While crying, I took the phone up and I dialed her number. Now my mother was living in Canada and I am living in New York. When I called her, I was crying. She said, "What's wrong?" And all I could say was, "I called to forgive you for all what you put me through as a kid growing up." Even when I called her, she was still treating me bad. She wasn't, she called me when she feel like. Even that funny, guys, my mother left Jamaica and went to Canada, and I was still in Jamaica, and she would send barrel for my sister, my brother, and I never tell her thanks. And I used to be jealous over my sister, my brother. I'm not lying, speak the truth, right? I was jealous because they getting all this foreign stuff. My mother. Anyway, when I call her to say I forgive her, she's silent. So I said, all what you put me through as a child growing up, I just want to make you know that I forgive you today. Her remarks was, she don't know what she put me through, but whatever it was, she accept it. And she also said she was sorry. And she broke down in tears. So we both were crying on the phone. And the word "I love you" just come out of my mouth. I said, "Mom, I love you." I didn't call my mother Mom. Believe me, I called her by her name because she was not a good mother. So I called her by her name and I said, "I accept your apology for saying you are sorry, but I forgive you, and from this day on, I would like the relationship to be a mother and daughter relationship close." Because We both born the same month. She's Taurus, I'm Gemini. I don't know why. And let me tell you, it was hard to do, but the day I did it, my mother and I became the best of friends. And I would visit her in Canada, spend some time with her. She will visit me in New York, the same. And every day she looked at me and said, Dawn, I never know I was treating you that bad. Said she didn't know. As I said, she was a kid herself. Because my mother and I, we grew up like sisters. So maybe she was treating me as a sister instead of a daughter. And my brother, he never, because she treated my brother bad too, he never let go of it. Until today, he hold on to that. When my mother took sick, let me tell you, man, I was there for her. I was by her bedside. She was sick for 7 long months. She was in hospice for 7 long months. 7 months, but because of these tears, because of God's grace and God's mercy, the doctor gave up on her. The doctor told me, one doctor told me he gave her 6 weeks. Another doctor came and he told me she would have 3 months to live. And I was mad with that doctor. I said, doctor, who is you to put a time on my mother? You don't know when my mother is going to die. Why are you telling me she have 3 months to live? Don't do that. Never do that to no patient. That's not nice to tell a family member. It's not nice. And he said 6 months, 6 weeks, 3 months. And my mother lived for 7 months, guys. And I gave her all the support she needed, all the love that my mother needed. I gave it to her on her dying sickbed. And I tell you, I was saying this to say this, guy. You might have a loved one that you think you cannot let go of that person for what that person have done to you. But let me tell you this today. You see that word love and that word forgiveness is a powerful word. And it's hard, but you need to forgive your loved one who you claim hurt you. Because you want God to work. I'm talking about Christians right now, as a matter of fact. You want God to favor you. But how can God favor you when you malice your mother, you malice your sister, you malice your brother for what they've done to you? You yourself have done a lot of stuff too. Yes, you done stuff. No matter how simple that little thing is, you done something wrong too. And you don't think you want people to forgive you too? Yes, you do. So what if your mother hurt you? What then? In those days, people didn't even know better. My mother didn't even know who Christ was. So I didn't expect her to treat me any better. She was a child herself. So come on, people of God. Forgive your loved one who hurts you. Forgive. Forgive, guys. And put love in your heart. Speak love. Love is the key. And you cannot love somebody if you don't forgive them. And I say, oh, I will never forgive her, but I still love her. No, that's not love. You're not going to forgive the person, but you're going to say you love. No. You can't say that. Love is the key. And today I want you all to exercise love. Pick that phone up. Call your loved one. Do like what I did. And tell them that you forgive them and you love them. And let's move on with that relationship. I don't care what kind of hurt it was. I don't care. There's some parents out there right now is crying for help, and their kids is not there for them to help them. You know why? They would not forgive and let go. What is it for you to just let it go? Break that chain of hatred, hurt. Break it and forgive. Put some love in your heart, guys. Love. Remember, who is love? God is love. And Jesus, you wouldn't like Jesus to do this to us. Then many of us were walking without our head. Many of our life, even though some of us who don't want to forgive, our life is miserable. Miserable. As Christians, even go on a bus, somebody barely bunks you, you get off. Because what? You don't want to forgive people who do you wrong and move on with your life. So your life is miserable. So let it go, guys. Let it go. And call somebody today. Tell them that you love them. Listen to me, man. If you can hug somebody and tell them that you love them, text somebody and tell them that you love them. Text your loved one. Text them, call them, tell them that you love them and you forgive them today. Let it go, guys. Let it go. Let God favor you today by letting it go. And don't make sense to call and say, I forgive you, and you still malice the person. Let it out, let it out, let it out. And remember, God is love. And if God is love, let us show love, let us exercise love. Remember, God is love.